running out of fresh water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, the more likely scenario would be like certain swaths of the population get AC-doozied. I mean, that's happening. If you go to, you did the Himalaya, you did the.
I did in Nepal, yeah.
You did the
Annapurna.
When you clear the Rong La Pass, you're looking out on the Tibetan Plateau, which is arguably the most important region on the planet. You know that the Tibetan Plateau is larger than Texas, and the average elevation on the Tibetan Plateau is 14,500 feet.
Okay, right.
Was it 14,500 or 15,000? That's the elevation of Mount Whitney. That is the average elevation up there. And you saw those glaciers up there.
Yeah,
those glaciers feed the Ganges River in India. They feed the what's the big river? The Mekong and the Yellow River in China. There's something like 38% of the people in the world are fed by those glaciers on that Tibetan plateau.
Wait, what?
You look at the photos of it, just the naked eye. It's pretty clear, unless they doctored the photos, that those glaciers are receding.
Yeah.
Those mighty glaciers up there, again, bigger than the size of the state of Texas, and average elevation 14,500 feet.
Right.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And there are already communities along some of those.
That's cool. Hey. There we go. Walking on the trail, which is now the road. So you just follow the road from the Fontana Hilton. You get to the dam. You walk across the dam, and then I think someone told me you stay on the road for like another mile before you cut into the mountains again. So we'll figure out what those markings look like. All right, so came here at night, and on this side, if you are awake in the middle of the night and you come out here, it's amazing to look at stars. And all along this side of the dam, it's all lit up and it looks really pretty. But when I came out here, I didn't have my camera with me, so you don't get to see that. My apologies. Made it across. That was not bad. View from over here is pretty nice. And then over there, you can see, well, too far away, I guess. There's a white blaze on the wood. And we got great smoky. Right. Come on, camera. Ta-da, blaze and smokies. All right, so here we are. So you walk up the road however long, and then, there's a pretend trail over there. Don't go over there. There's a big sign with the Appalachian Trail marker. And we want to go to Molly's Ridge, which is only 10 more miles. Easy. Boop. This is crazy. You can see the tree stump here and the tree next to it. And it just goes up. Oof, and it's caught in the fork up there. That's just... that's real crazy. I don't know how that happens. Alright, so time to start today. The real hike begins. I say it's like a 12-mile day or so. If you get to Molly's Ridge shelter, then there's another shelter about 2 miles after that. So just see how I feel at Molly's Ridge and then continue from there. But yeah, it's going to be all uphill the whole day. It's all uphill. Like on that road it was uphill, and now the steep climb begins. There's like a good beginning bit that just goes right up, and then it levels out a little. So that's what we got to look forward to today. So hopefully my knees are alright. I actually bit the bullet. I didn't carry any ibuprofen out with me because I just didn't want it to happen. I've been trying to use like turmeric powder and ginger, drinking that every day, once or twice. But that's not going to cut it. I was hoping, and I didn't want to be tempted, so I just didn't bring any ibuprofen. So at the marina they had some Motrin, which has these 200 milligram ibuprofen pills. So I'm gonna bite the bullet and do that probably tonight. Make sure, keep my knees. I'm not sure how it helps, but keep my knees healthy. I think, yeah, it hurts the liver. I think it's gonna hurt other parts of the body internally, but it's very temporary. Hopefully, only have to use it like a few times, maybe a couple days. I'll take it and keep the swelling down and everything, keep the inflammation down. And so, yeah, we'll see how it goes. A little disappointed, but if I was realistic about it, I knew it was coming. Something that would be really cool, I'm gonna look into it. We got some scat here, which I'm guessing is deer. It's all, I don't know, a bunch of pieces of fruits and berries and stuff. But something that would be really cool is getting like an AT wildlife guide, which it's got to be out there. Just get the PDF of that, and then you can learn all about the different trees and the different plants that you're passing. Hopefully it would have things about different prints of animals that you should expect to see, and different scat, what they look like, what they smell like, what they taste like. Then you can really figure out what animals are going on. No, just the looking part. But yeah, next time I get some decent Wi-Fi, I'm definitely gonna look into that. I think that would be a nice addition to the trail. Doing okay here on the ups, but yeah, I wanted to say I got my first official hiking buddy, so that's cool. In Indy, yeah, it's funny. She started a day after I started, and then we met up. We met each other. I don't remember what day it was, and then didn't see her again for like a week and a half or something, and then just kind of been on the same schedule. So it's like, all right. She had a friend hiking with her, and then she left before the Smokies. So she was like, "Oh, do you mind? We going through the Smokies together." Got like my parents and brothers would feel more comfortable if I wasn't hiking alone. I'm like, yeah, of course. It's nice because we both enjoy hiking alone, so it's cool. You start off, you have a good morning conversation with someone, and then you go off, you do your hike. Yeah, I don't know, you sometimes meet at like viewpoints or whatever, and then the cool thing is at the end of the day, you get to camp and there's someone you already know, and then you can just have an easy conversation with. That's the nice part. I like it gets old meeting new people all the time. I've done it too much because I've been traveling for a while, several years, and when you're traveling, you're staying in hostels and stuff, you're just meeting new people all the time. It was okay for about a year. It gets so old. Like, it's always like, I don't know, the introduction questions are all the same. It's like, oh, why on the trail? How long you got? How far are you going? What sections have you done? What do you do for work? And just, already 3 weeks of that. I'm like, I'm done. Can we skip all these questions? They're completely irrelevant to any additional depth of conversation. So, unless you got a funny story to share, or maybe a piece of advice where I'm going, I appreciate that. But yeah, so it's nice when you can get to camp and you don't always have that routine in conversation. That, I think, yeah, that's a nice part of it. So it's also nice. You get to camp and there's someone happy to see you. That's always nice too, either way around. Or you're happy to see someone come into camp. Like, oh, cool, my friend's here. Yeah, so that's cool. So I've been mostly hiking alone. Had those awesome Georgia boys. That was neat. And then I kind of had those Merv and Son. They were cool. And then now it's Indy. So it's pretty neat. I like having people to have that with, where you kind of do your own thing in the day, and then in the evenings and mornings you got that really nice company, and I like that a lot. That's like my highlights of the trails. As expected, the people. Always going to be the people. So, anywho, I think it's important to have someone at the same pace as you that you can travel with on the trail. It makes it a little bit more enjoyable. I mean, like right now it's COVID trail, so it's real quiet. Yeah, I don't see a lot of people. so if you don't, in this situation, if I don't have like a hiking buddy or group, then it gets a little lonely after a couple days. So it's a real nicety when you get to spend time with some people consistently. That's cool. And talking about cool people, we almost had Skywalker, joining us in the Smokies, which would have been real cool. He is so neat. I had that little video with him in it. He's a vet, man. He's like not a vet, but gotta put the descriptor in there. He's a hiking vet. So he's done the AT, and he's done he's done the whole thing back in like 05 or something. And then he's like every year he goes back onto it for a couple weeks because he just really enjoys it. He's been in the Smokies like 6 times or something, and he did the PCT, and he's done the El Camino de Santiago and that religious pilgrimage, and like in Europe into Spain, and then done some other hikes throughout the States and things. And he just loves hiking, man. He's a real interesting dude. He's been all over the world. He's done a whole bunch of different jobs, and he's a neat person. He's got so many good stories, and he's a great storyteller. So anywho, unfortunately his knee was bothering him, so he took a longer than anticipated break at the Fontana Hilton, and then he was going to get ready to go today. But last night he realized that his left foot was getting real swollen, and he had like a pretty bad blister on one of his toes, and I guess it might be like an infection or something. So he has to go get medical attention now, which just sucks. But he's doing a good job. He's doing a good thing. He's taking care of himself. Well, this is really interesting. Check this out. Gotta just hike through that. So that's fun. A little window. Oh, thank you. That's a very, very nice way to fall tree. Ah! Okay. It's very important for you to keep your feet on the trail and not to fall down the side. So anyway, that would have been really cool to have someone like Skywalker, because he's a conversationalist. So it's really easy to enjoy his company. So that's the kind of things that I'm talking about. People like that, and getting on the same stride for a few days or a week. So keeps you learning out here, and keeps you from feeling too lonely.